Hi, this is Ingrid on Harvard College Broadcast News, and I'm here with Gus and Sietse, President and Vice President of the UC. So thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for having us. We're very happy to be here.
Great. So basically, I know that you and Sietse were, as well as the UC, spearheaded the March for 250K. Could you tell us a little bit more about the campaign and why you guys started it?
Definitely. Well, we didn't march very much. It was rather stationary, but the road to $250,000 in terms of an increase for funding for student activities has not been an easy road. We first met with President Faust to discuss a potential increase. We met with President Faust to ask not for students to pay more, but for the university to support students by using part of its endowment to help support student activities. And she told us that we had to go and talk to Dean Smith.
Look, the foundation of this whole problem was the fact that student groups are coming to us and asking for money. But over the years, we've just been less and less able to provide them and meet their needs sufficiently. You know, as you know, since 2006, the UC budget hasn't increased, but student groups have proliferated on campus, which we think is a good thing.
It's an excellent.
But unfortunately, this the university hasn't made that a priority yet, and we really want to make sure that the university contributes to the thriving nature of its student life.
Great. So when you met with President Faust right after the March for 250K, as you are well aware, she said that there would not be an increase in student funding, at least for this year. Was this something that you expected, or did it catch you by surprise?
Well, President Faust didn't. At the time, she did not say that there wouldn't be an increase. She said that the decision was laying with Dean Smith, Dean of the Faculty of Arts and Sciences. And so we met with him then, and he was the one who told us that there would be no increase in the UC budget for the next year, and probably not in the future from the university.
Realistically, we didn't walk into our President Faust meeting thinking that we would walk out with a $250,000 check. We thought that was, very unlikely, and we would be very happy if it happened. But this is not something that we thought could be solved in one meeting. If it were, then it probably would have been solved a long time ago. So we really hope that after these series of meetings, we can really start to make more progress. It will take a long time, and it always has, but it's a cause worth fighting for. And even though we might not be able to bring home victory in one day for students, this is a very worthwhile cause that we're both invested in.
So you would say that the March for 250K was a way of getting more attention from the campus and from the administration?
We hope it was. The Harvard administration seems surprisingly resistant to student opinion. But I hope that they, do feel some of the pressure that students are trying to put on their school to, fund their activities.
Okay, and as you both are well aware of, Harvard recently announced that it would have a 3.9% increase in its tuition. And also another fun fact about Harvard also happens to have an endowment of over $30 billion. What is your opinion of this with regard to the whole student funding situation?
The endowment, we understand the endowment, while it seems enormous, it is limited and it has to be managed carefully. We think it's wonderful that so much of the endowment is used for financial aid for students and, helps make Harvard more accessible to everyone. At the same time, it is somewhat disappointing that tuition is being increased. We're sure the money will go towards important things, but it is discouraging that none of that money seems to be going towards student activities in the sense that we're talking about.
This is particularly disappointing because, at the exact same time we're being told there's absolutely no way the university could even partially match, not only the university chipping in, but even a slight term bill increase over a long term. They said that was not a possibility because the university simply has no money, and yet they're able to make ends meet when it comes to raising the tuition bill by $2,200, even though all the UC would be asking for is a contribution of perhaps $30 per student, and if there is a will, there's a way. If the university thinks that $2,200 towards increasing tuition is necessary, but they don't see an extra $20 or $30 for current student needs, despite the vast amount of evidence that we brought to them, it's a little discouraging.
I mean, what it really comes down to is the college setting priorities that match with the students' priorities, and I think the answer right now is no. And I think they are gravely underestimating the amount that students learn from their extracurriculars and aren't funding it proportionally.
And do you think the college, because they're not prioritizing student funding as like, one of their biggest priorities, do you think that would hurt the college in the long run?
I think it hurts the students in the long run. I think the students are the ones who suffer. But no, I don't think it will hurt, the college. Harvard will be safe.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for interviewing with us.
Thank
and
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.